This is your personal sensei for Monday, June 29th, 2015. Today, step 7 rules the day, and that means we are feeling spirit today. Today is the day to ask your higher self whether or not your life is on the right course. And because the sun is in Cancer, we are very heavily feeling our life right now. That's what Cancer is. Cancer is the emotional state of awareness, the emotional side of being human. And one of the qualities of our emotional states of awareness is that it picks up on everything. Most importantly, our psychic awareness. In fact, many people think that psychic awareness comes in the mind, and that's not true. Psychic awareness comes through the feelings of which the mind interprets. So when we are in Sun and Cancer, we are purifying our feelings, we're clearing and releasing our emotional baggage, and today, since we are feeling spirit, we're being given the opportunity to feel if our life is on course the way we planned, and when I say plan, I mean from heaven down, or if it is off course, because maybe our mind or our body has hijacked the ride. So looking at our conscious cooking, which is my new metaphor for how consciousness is stirred up, we're in Cancer right now, so we are making a soup. Cancer is a water sign, and Cancer is our emotions. So we're basically stirring a soup of our emotions this month, and in the last 7 days, we've been looking for what ingredients we want in the soup and what ingredients we no longer want in our emotional soup. Now, over the weekend, it was pretty powerful. We were opening up, we were balancing, and we were identifying aspects of our feelings that we liked or disliked. Today, with us boiling our emotional soup, we're going to add the ingredient of intuition. So the heaviest taste in your emotions today is actually your intuition, your psychic awareness. And all sorts of information could come in through our intuition. It can be information about somebody else, information from our own Akashic record, which is like the library of your spiritual congress, if you don't know. We'll talk about that another day. All sorts of information come in through the intuitive. But the point is that we can ask questions today and get a more clear answer in our emotional senses than we do the rest of the month. So that's what I'm going to encourage us to do. So today we are boiling over our emotions, hopefully not boiling over, we're simmering our emotions, and we're adding the ingredient of intuition. And the steam or the vapor that's going to come off of this whole little soup today are new decisions. New conclusions will happen in the next 24 hours, concluding about how you feel about this and how you feel about that. And you'll find that you were going back and forth in these areas about what you felt about it or what you didn't feel about it. And in the next 24 hours, I think you will come to a decision after simmering on your instincts and listening to your intuition today that, you know what, I think I feel like I don't like this, or I do like this, or this isn't for me. And, you know, the feeling means that it's incorporating everything in your soul, your psychic awareness, your body, everything. So today, the phrase of the day. Let's start our day with the phrase of the day so we can prepare for our cosmic soup here, our conscious soup. I feel all my emotions today, but I'm going to listen for the subtle. I feel all my emotions today, but I'm going to listen for the subtle. So the truth is that the higher you go up towards heaven, the quieter the message. The higher you go up in spirit, the more quiet you have to be here on the ground to hear it. It has to do with vibration, it has to do with frequencies. So inside of you, it doesn't matter what the loudest voice is. It doesn't matter how loud that loudest voice is. What matters is, what is the softest voice inside of you? The most subtle. Today, I encourage you to listen for the subtle voices, for the quiet voices, for the little tiny nuances that are behind and around the big messages that you feel today. So it's kind of like, you know, I feel really angry, but I also feel a little envious. You know, that little envious, that was the subtle little tiny emotion that was wrapped around the big one. So one more time to keep it in the mind today. I feel all my emotions today. Oh God, I do, like this ocean behind me. But I listen today for the subtle, like that little bird over there I just heard tweet. And so it is, because I said so, I thought so. Now looking at our soul calisthenics. The chakras I implore you to focus on today begin with yellow. Yellow is I feel. So if you can take 3 big deep breaths through your crown and out through your front, or your yellow. And each time you do, release any kind of anxiety you might feel, release kind of any worry you might feel, release kind of any hang-ups you might feel, and try to start the day with a totally fresh palette. That's what I recommend. Then in the same sense, do 3 more breaths and out the back. And when you go out the back, you're releasing basically your past, being mad at somebody in the past, any kind of emotions in the past. So the more time and space you take in your calisthenics to breathe through the yellow, whether you're in traffic or you're in your desk chair, the more solid you're going to feel today for listening to those subtleties. The next color is indigo. Indigo is the I sense. Well, I sense is actually violet, excuse me. Violet, I sense. I don't know why I said indigo, because we're going to lead to a decision, that's why. And so in the I sense state of awareness, this is something you can definitely do some breath work through, especially if you had a bad dream, if you've been picking up on somebody else you don't want to pick up on. Basically, if your antenna is mucky, you can do breath work through your crown. And then I was going to say indigo, it leads to a decision, which is our third eye. And like I said, we're going to decide how we feel about certain things. And every time we decide, we change the vision of where our life is going, and we change where we're going to go. So it is the yellow, it is the violet, and it is the indigo today. Now your soul challenge today, through the day, is to interview your feelings and wait for the psychic answer today. And what I mean by interview your feelings is asking your feelings something like, that wave just came up, I'm just going to work with it here, I'm a professional. Asking your feelings like, hey, do I really want to go to this place? And sitting and waiting for the answer. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, I'm going to keep going here. So interview your feelings today about certain things and just see what the answer is. See what psychic answer you get. See what washes up under your feet, okay? And while you're meditating on those answers, try to identify all the voices. That's what I say to meditate on. Identify all the voices. So it's like, how do I feel about Betsy? And then one voice comes up and it's like, I think that was my ego because it was talking about her body. You know what I mean? Oh, I think that was my mind because it was judging her. So try to identify the voices as you ask a question and see which voices, which states are speaking. They all speak to you. Even your body will speak to you in actual words if you listen. Meditate on that. And that brings us to our final joy quest for the day. Your joy question, you choose to accept it, is decide today which path is the right magical doorway for you. We've been working on magical doorways. We've been looking for a magical doorway. Magical doorway is we're going to open up this door, and we know when we cross, everything is going to feel different. So today, your joy quest is decide which door is the magical door. And again, don't walk through. We're going to walk through tomorrow, but today it's important to decide. So for our final little calisthenic, let's do today's telepathy, right? Telepathy is, of course, a little game we play with our soul calisthenics to get your mind kind of online. And I'm going to help you by sending you a little extra energy around one of these 3 names. And we're working on cancers right now. And today's theme is sweet cancers. These are all sweet cancers. Cancers are known to be very loving and nurturing. And each of these kind of have that same image. But one of these sweet cancers I am thinking of right now. Which is it? Is it number 1, Tobey Maguire, number 2, Chase Crawford, or number 3, John Cusack? I'll have the answer to one of those 3 telepathies when we come back right after this.
What does it take to find love these days? What's your greatest strengths? How do you love? I'll tell you all the nuances about you, dating, what kind of gifts you want, what kind of marriage you want, what kind of person you want to live with and don't want to live with, and of course how you love, how you lust, what you're drawn after, who chases you, and your greatest lesson, which is often a weakness. Your birthday love and lust report has that answer. We'll reveal your secrets on video at secretsofbirthdays.com. This is just so ironic. So